Um, it appears that Jonathan won't be joining us tonight to finish up with Chapter 5, Lesson 5. We're just going to start over, okay? I know we left off on page 11 yesterday, but we're just going to start over with Lesson 5 and then do Lesson 6 tomorrow when everyone's back. And, I'm also going to give you guys a little I'm also going to be talking to you guys about some other things that we're going to be doing for the rest of this week, too. So, once we're done with Lesson 5 here in Chapter 5, we'll get to the things I need to talk to you guys about for the rest. It's going to be going on the rest of this week. Okay, so the Dover War. About the Dover War yesterday. Okay, we were in lesson 5 where what's this? There we go. Where a war changes Dover and ThyssenKrupp to become one. Okay, and how did they become one? We learned that the the Dover War came after the Otis War. We talked about the group of Italian elevator terrorists and Chinese elevator rulers that made a plan to bomb Dover elevators in Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York. We also talked about when, in March of 1977, the group of Italian elevator terrorists and Chinese elevator rulers, they set out oil bombs in places where Dover elevators existed in places in Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York. The bombs, remember these bombs were too heavy to pick up or move, and they would still be here 5 months later. Okay, they placed them in March of 1977. In August of 1977, these bombs would explode and destroy these Dover elevators. And then we talked about the heroic elevator firefighter from the United States. When he went in June of 1977, when he went to make a heroic move and sprayed cold water in each of these 20 bombs that were placed where the Dover elevators were. And this would freeze these bombs. And when they would go to explode, they would ice, not a heated firecracker, like most bombs do. The hero of the day. We talked about that. We talked about that old freight elevator that lived at the Ply with his younger brother, which we'll talk about some other time. At some point, we'll talk about that. We learned that this freight elevator was born on March 21st, 1920 in East Circle, Ohio, at the Pottery in East Circle, Ohio, and lives at the Pottery City Galleries, like I said, with his younger brother. At 5 years old in 1925, dreamed of being a firefighter, just like his dad, which his dad didn't live that long. His dad didn't live long. His dad didn't live long before he passed. His dad didn't live long before his son was born, which is this freight elevator right here. His son died. His dad died before Christmas in 1919. And this was like 3 months before his son was born. So it's sad. But his dad looked down at him, probably saw that this freight elevator of his son became a firefighter just like him. And like I said, so this freight elevator graduated from an unknown high school in 1938. 21 years old in 1941, the freight car attended an unknown elevator safety college in Pittsburgh. The freight car was in fire safety class, of course. Then in 1950, USEFD Union. The freight car joined the USEFD Union. That's short for U.S. Elevator Fire Department Union. The freight car was a trainee for about 10 years. So when I go to put this on the test, I'm probably going to ask, how long was this freight elevator a trainee before it became a firefighter? And all you got to do is say 10 years. In April of 1960, the USCFD Union captain promoted the freight elevator for bravery and dedicated service. This freight car was promoted to chief. So, 10 years later, this thing was promoted to chief until retirement at the age of 70 in 1990. Some people consider this freight elevator, still today, and back then they considered this freight elevator too, the fire engine or train engine because of its styles and touches that are old school styles and touches. We're going to take a look at a few pictures of this hero now, and then we're going to talk about the Dover War. And we talked about the Dover War when it was born. It was born in May of 1980 after the U.S. Elevator Congress found out that the same group of Italian elevator terrorists, and listen, I'm going to show you guys the U.S. Elevator Congress. Okay? All right, and now this is the elevator government building of the United States. This, okay? How many of us are building in downtown Pittsburgh? It's NBC Suites up on the top floors. Okay, so that is the U.S. Elevator government building. So when I could ask you where the U.S. Elevator Congress is on the test, all you got to say is the Oliver Building in downtown Pittsburgh, 535 Smithfield Street. Shouldn't be that hard to get it wrong. Trust me. Here's the U.S. Elevator Congress. Don't say it's the high freight. If you see all the high freight, don't say that's the U.S. Elevator Congress. It's in the lobby. And the Oliver Building are all part of the U.S. Elevator Congress. Those are the members of the Congress. It seems we won't be having anybody join us today. It's kind of sad. But we'll do this again tomorrow. We're going to do this tomorrow too. This is going to be part of the Ohio Elevator Test, actually. So we're going to be doing this again tomorrow. Okay? Everything that we've done so far is going to be part of the Ohio Elevator Test. Chapter 1, Lesson 5 test. That's one of the questions next. I mean, that's the Ohio Elevator Test. Chapter 1. Okay? Now, so when you're asked the question, where is the U.S. Elevator Congress at? All you got to do is say the Oliver Building lobby. Don't say the Frick Building lobby, because they look alike. Honestly, they do. They don't say Union Trust Building lobby. No. There's all kinds of historic buildings in Pittsburgh, but most of them are restricted due to terrorism these days. So millions of Dover elevators took part in this war when it was going on. Well, there are millions of Dover elevators, and a majority of them were freight elevators. These freight elevators had strong and powerful skills to defeat these Italian elevator terrorists and Chinese elevator rulers. While these passenger elevators, or service elevators, not the ones with the peely doors or stuff, you know what? They had weak, powerful skills to help defeat these Italian elevator terrorists and Chinese elevator rulers. But you know who had least these passenger and service elevators? These dumbwaiters. There were only a few of them who took part in this war and had no power to defeat these Italian elevator terrorists and Chinese elevator rulers. So 150 elevator firefighters from the USCFD union were at this. We're here at this war to stop Power's bombs from exploding. And while 149 of them tried to force Power to move these bombs from the field and take them to a local bomb yard facility, they used a shovel, forklift, or crane. The freight car from Eastern Ohio knew what to do. There was only one way that would extract the bomb from exploding: a firecracker. Cold water, spraying cold water on the bomb, was the way to do it. And you had to let it freeze for 24 hours. Okay? If you didn't let it freeze for 24 hours, then it wouldn't work. Then the bomb would explode. There was no other elevator firefighter that believed this would help extract the bomb from exploding a firecracker. But you know what? It did help. Ever since the heroic freight car taught the other firefighters that this would help extract bombs from exploding a firecracker, they all took the spray car's advice. Ever since then, it is still used today to extract bombs from exploding a firecracker. Terrorists or a ruler who wishes to place a bomb somewhere, firefighters just spray cold water on these bombs, let it freeze 24 hours, and it won't explode. and they'll be easy to pick up after you spray 24 hours. It takes about 2 days. Some of the elevators that were born during this war at East Ohio Regional Hospital. Okay, we're going to talk about them on the next page. We're going to talk about each one that our elevator president from Ohio found in May of 2010. Well, no, our elevator president, each one at a time. Okay, there's ones that we didn't. These are the ones we didn't learn about yet. So we have the long-term car right here. I'm going by order. These are all going by order from 2010, which was about 7 years ago. Well, 7 years ago in May, 6.5 now years ago. It'll be 7 years in May. There's a long-term car. All these cars are Dover. And this is why we're using them, because they're all part of the Dover War. We have the Medical Office 2 car right here. Okay? Which one is not like the others? We'll get to that in a little bit. This is the M1 car, and this is the West Car Monster. Which one's not like the others? This one right here. It's a Dover, but it has the squarey buttons, and it is a lot older. Well, 1993, yeah. It's a lot older than these three right here. This one, and this one. We'll get to all these, don't worry. We're going to talk about each one of them, trust me. You guys will really like this one here. Longer than any other, okay? The long-term car was born on 10/20 of 1981. That's most of these elevators. That's when most of the elevators were born in the 80s, except for one of them, which was born in the 70s. So why is this super? When this car moves, I'll say it's because when this is asked on the question, don't be saying, okay, the question is going to be, why is the long-term car super? No, you're not going to say because of the motor, the power unit on it. No way. You're going to take this serious, and you're going to use the notes from this chapter, okay? And all you're going to have to do is say when the car moves, don't just say the engine. The engine immediately fires up after the door closes. No, you're going to say when the car moves, the car's engine immediately fires up after the door closes. But there is a small door delay though before it powers up. And it lasts about 30 seconds. And that's usually on the second floor. I don't know about the first floor though. The car moves pretty quickly. That's why it's super. That's another reason why it's super. Hydraulic. Maybe hydraulic, but just because it's hydraulic doesn't mean anything. Okay? So don't say it's traction because it moves quickly. It's hydraulic. Okay? All the elevators that you see are hydraulic. All these right here are all hydraulic. So don't say this one's traction, these three are hydro. Because then you'll get an F. You know, I would hate to have to give someone an F on the test. Because you guys said that it has a super startup, but it's traction because it moves fast. No, that's not how it works. The car did not attend any college. The brothers are the West Car family, the West Car Monster, and the M1 car. The M2 car is actually that's actually not a brother because it was born in the 90s, the early 90s. The car does have two nephews and one cousin. We're going to get to those later. The grandfathers of the car are all the traction elevators. All of the traction elevators are the car's grandfathers. So that should be easy. You could just say the traction elevators or the older elevators. So the long-term car. Actually, for all the cars, I hate to say it. There's the pictures of it. 2 floors, so it is hydro. Dover. 4,000 pounds, 25 passengers, or 26. Your Dover indicator. So, yeah. Okay, the next car. Buttons on it. Some people like to call it Impulse. You can call it whatever you want. But it's sad because it's dark and alone. Oh, here it is. Hello, Jonathan. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay, so it was born on 1/11 in 1993. It sits alone in an intersection of the Medical Office Building. So just think, when you walk into the Medical Office Building from the first floor of EORH, we're just going to shorten the East Ohio Regional Hospital here. When you walk down that hallway into the medical building, you'll see that Dover elevator on the left, that third elevator there. Then you'll walk into that other, then you walk down that onto that newer side, and you'll see an elevator there, and it sits alone. Whenever you're there, you need to take some time to ride that elevator because it is alone and it's sad. Okay? So make sure you guys do that. If you ever see that elevator, you need to ride it because it's so lonely. It has a brother that lives down the street from him, and a brother that lives right across the street. Huh, that's neat. We're not going to be able to talk about the one that lives across the street. We'll get to that one another time. That's the remaining office building. That one's closed on the weekend now. The brothers barely see each other, and it's sad that they barely see each other as they only see each other once a year. Now, like I just said, we're not going to be talking about the other two brothers until a later time. They both live down the street. I have pictures of the other one. It's in the John Laszlo building. It's the Abel elevator, not the Dover, because that's from the 1960s. That was modernized. And it was modernized in 2013. So don't go on Google Maps and go into Google Maps Street View and just look for an Otis van because it's not probably there. If it was there, it'd be parked out back by the loading dock. To talk about Otis vans right now. We're more worried about this right now than elevator vans. Oh yeah, that's something else we're going to talk about. So the MO2 car graduated from high school about 6 years ago. This 2 years ago, the MO2 car started college to become a nurse at the UPMC Elevator Center School of Nursing. That's nice. And there it is. Now this indicator is a lantern help. Only 9 years old. I remember running this elevator, and I pushed back on the lantern and pushed back in. And I tried to fix it, but it didn't turn out well. Jonathan, you there? I think.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so there are your buttons.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, does anybody know what L stands for?
L stands for
There's a store by one.
For laptop. Well.
They don't say laptop. What does L stand for? One's the lobby, so what's L then? There's an upper level and a. What's the opposite of upper level?
All right, Dover Impulse.
Yep. The opposite of upper level is lower level. Sorry.
Yeah.
So here's the pictures of the elevator. So like I said, anytime you're at that hospital and if you walk down towards the medical office building, you go in the medical office building, you just go straight down that hallway in the medical office building. You're gonna see that elevator right there. It's there alone. And be sure to ride that other one too. Okay? It's easy to find if you ever go there. You just keep on going down the hallway in the main building. You'll find it, trust me. It's not a big place like UPMC. More of a small place. No, this is going to be a really good one. Jonathan, here you go. It's a long-term car. Let's talk about that. We're going to talk about this car now. Ooh, Supernova. When an elevator is in danger, from being in front of a modernization, or broke down or something, you can count on Supernova to save the day. Born 6/8/1977. The only Dover that was born in the 1970s. The MO1 has super powerful skills. Here are some of the powerful skills that MO1 has. So when this is on the test next week, on Friday, this is the Ohio elevator test. All of chapters 1 to 5 that we've done are going to be part of the test. That's what the Ohio elevator test is. So when it goes asked, what are the super powerful skills an MO1 car has? And all you're going to do is you're going to say strength, flexibility, speed, courage, and faith. About 5 of them that the MO1 car has. But before you even say that, the most important thing to do before you answer a question is to make sure that you restate the question before you put the answer. Because then that gives more detail about your answer the test next week. The M01 car and the M02 car are cousins. The M01 car was just 15 and a half when the M02 car was born. Not 16 yet. Didn't turn 16 until June of 1993. Well, sorry, he'll been in high school then. The M01 car was born with Powerton. This is a thing that most Dover elevators from the 70s or 80s are born with. This is one of the only elevators in Ohio to be born with this. Okay? So the M01 car graduated high school in 1995. So, that was just 2 years after the M02 car was born. The M02 car would have been 2 then, probably. The M01 car attended college at an unknown elevator school in Pittsburgh. At 30 years old in 2007 in economics. The M01 car is graduating this year in June of 2017. Do you think we all should go to its graduation? You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go to its graduation, okay? We're going to go to the ceremony and everything, okay? I'll let you guys know, though, okay? Because all this stuff that we're talking about, this is really neat, honestly. So, before that time comes, I'll explain to you about the graduation celebration that we're going to be going to at the UPMC Elevator Center School. Okay? All right. So the M01 car's brothers are as follows. The West Car family, the West Car Monster, and the long-term car. The M01 car's uncles are all the traction elevators, older cars. What are some things that Supernova does when he is out of his case? There's a lot of things that he does. He's super, right? Yeah. And there are pictures of him. We've all seen these buttons, haven't we? Don't tell me you haven't seen these buttons ever on an elevator. Jonathan's seen them. I've seen them. Jonathan, you have seen these buttons before, right? They're the white button?
Yeah, exactly.
Good. They're your buttons.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen this before, too, this indicator, this LED indicator.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Do you guys have any questions about the M01 car and the M02 car?
I don't think so.
How about the long-term car?
I have no clue.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, there's the long-term car, Jonathan. Here, really quick. Here, those are here that we talked about, okay? Cars that we've talked about. See?
Yeah, it looks like those are US over buttons to me, or just in Chrome. I'm not sure.
Where, here? No, this is Dover.
Yeah, second picture.
No, it's not the US. There's no US elevator there. We'd be talking about it if it were us. We'll have to go on the elevator records at the end and see, you know what I mean, Jonathan? If you remind me, we'll go on the records at the end before we end this live stream here. Okay? All right. So, what have we seen those three? The content you're about to see next is going to blow your mind. Prepare to be spooked. Prepare to be spooked. Because we are going to read The Monsters Are Due on Dock Street. Dock Street. Dock Street. Ever find basements creepy? Do you ever find loading docks creepy? Oh, I don't find them creepy. Well, I do find basements creepy if the lights are out and it's an old building and there's like walls that have like brick walls and old carpet. I'm afraid I'd see a rat down there. I went to this building in East Circle one time, and I went down to the basement. It was spooky down there. There was a dim light on the wall, and I thought I'd run into a raccoon or a rat or a snake, but I didn't. I overcame my fear of dark basements. I don't find loading docks creepy unless there's an elevator hiding in there. What's more creepier to some people than creepy basements are loading docks, and I hate to say it, guys. Freight elevators. Those roaring freight elevators with peely doors, Corian doors. from or I don't know how to make the Coriolis sound. But for one freight elevator at Isahaya Regional Hospital, the ones you're about to see after the facts is not so scary at all. And I don't even know why we're telling a story about it then. Why is this called The Monsters Are Due on Dock Street? I don't know. It's not even a scary basement or not even a scary loading dock or scary elevator. You're going to find out how helpful it is to all the other elevators at the hospital. Dock 5 was born on 1/24 in 1984, and is the firstborn child in the West Car family. Cars were born in November, and the West Free car, which we talked about last week, was born in 2003. We talked about that on Saturday. Yeah, we talked about those three, but we didn't talk about this one yet. We're talking about it right now. The Dock 5 graduated high school the same year as the West Car family, which was the year 2002. Dock 5 served in the Dover War just 4 years after the two West Cars joined the war, and that was in 1997. Okay, this war lasted from 1980 to 1999. So that's about 19 years. Ever since August of 2009, Dock 5 has had severe aches in his tank. Had these severe aches in his tank. Dock 5 was drinking healthy drinks. Okay, he doesn't eat. He drank because he has oil. And he drank healthy drinks. Dock 5 would go to bed. Here's what may have caused it. Dock 5 would drink a greasy soda, which this could cause Dock 5 twice more the ache. Now listen, on 4/15/2010, there was one way to find out why Dock 5 was having all these oil aches, and that was an oil catheterization or oil calf. This oil calf was done. And this is a procedure where they go into an elevator tank, any elevator tank besides the Dover, not just the Dover, and they see what is causing the oil in an elevator tank to act up. After having this procedure, Dock 5 was laid up for about 6 weeks. And part of this recovery, Dock 5 made a promise never to drink an unhealthy drink again. You know what Dock 5 drinks now? Healthy drinks. He doesn't drink those unhealthy drinks because he knows he's going to have more oil wakes. 3 more drinks of oil wakes cause Dock 5 to die, to perish. And we don't want that to happen, do we?
Yeah.
No. Because we want to see him at Dover graduation. Or whatever it is. Up on that stage. On May 25th, or excuse me, May 29th, 2010, this was 1 week after Ohio Elevators president visited UPMC Montefiore and UPMC Presbyterian. This is when he fell in love with that place. And he still is in love with that place today. Oh, that is so nice. He doesn't like downtown Pittsburgh much anymore. He likes UPMC more better than any hospital he's been to. Besides Altman Hospital. We'll get to Altman in the future, probably. You guys are going to love Altman. Trust me. That's an old Otis Palace. Even if it has been modded. Ryan Reedy visits Dock 5 for the first time to make sure that everything is doing okay with the car. He listens to his lungs, which is the motor, start up, and release. Everything was okay at this time. Wow. How nice is that? So that means Dock 5 is in good condition today because Dock 5 is a help to the hospital elevator community. And the hospital elevator community is every elevator in that hospital, not just Dock 5. Okay? And every elevator in that hospital is happy that they can reduce using air fresheners inside their cabs and machine rooms. And this is all thanks to Dock 5's new invention that was created when he became an eco-elevator scientist at an unknown elevator college in Ohio in 2011. He invented the Vector Blue, which was a device that was used to reduce air fresheners and insects. And there it is on the bottom. So there's the invention on the bottom, right there. You guys see that or no? That's a fusion light. Out, and it keeps elevators from using air fresheners. Every elevator there smells clean. Even Dock 5 smells clean. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So we're going to be going to Dock 5's graduation in June of 2017 after he makes his biggest invention yet. What invention do you think he'll make? What do you think his biggest invention will be before he graduates college in June of 2017 this year? And please don't let it be on Supernova's birthday. You want to go to Supernova's 40th birthday? You throw a surprise party, don't we? What do you think he's going to make? He's probably going to make lasering fusion lights. Okay? We're all hoping and praying that this invention that he makes will turn out to be a success. Here's Dock 5. Now listen. Warning, 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 warning. I do not want to hear say, Ryan, don't do this anymore. You said he didn't trespass. I don't trespass, man. Like, come on. Can't we just... Look at me. Guys, I am 16 years old. When I was 9 years old, I didn't ride the freaking elevator. When I was 10 years old, I didn't ride the freaking elevator. When I was 11, I didn't ride the freaking elevator. When I was 12, I didn't ride the freaking elevator. Oh, wait, I did. And that was in September 2013. And you know what? It's in a public area. Anyways. Jonathan, it's public property, man. And anyways, there's the Corian doors on the outside and Peely doors on the inside. Wow, that is so neat. It has Corian doors outside and Peely doors inside. I just love the sounds and looks of a beautiful old Dover hydraulic freight elevator that I actually met 7 years ago. It is still what it is today. Corian doors just touch my heart. I know, some people consider trespassing, but you know what? I'm 16 years old and it's in a public area. Yeah, almost. Well, that's Dock 5. And explain the life of the freight car that was a firefighter for the U.S. Oh. Thanks for joining us. Well, Dock 5. Dock 5. The biggest thing that, the freight car from Party City Galleries is in a public area. Hello, that doesn't work. Stopped bombs from exploding where these Dover elevators are in Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and New York. Stopped it. He sprayed cold water on the bombs. You know what happened? 24 hours later, they froze up, so it was easy for it to up. So instead of a firecracker coming out, like most bombs have, it'd be small bits of ice. And it's better than having a heated firecracker come out. Explain the events that went on before, during, and after the Dover War. No? There's so many things that went on. Births at East Ohio Regional Hospital. They wanted to fight for their freedom, mostly. All this time, even before the war started, and even after the war, and even during the war, they wanted to fight for their freedom. All these Dover elevators that took part. And only few elevators took part, and they had least power. And you want to know who had more power in this Dover War than any elevator? The freight elevators. Sorry, but they did. Let's see elevators that were living when the Dover War was taking place. The elevators at the ORH were living, except for the OR cars and the West 3 car. There were only 3 of them that weren't living when this war was taking place. It's helped with all the other cars of the ORH. While Dock 5 has a Vector Blue air freshener, and it keeps insects from going into the hospital. And loading dock upstairs, one. Corian and Peely. So if it was having electric doors, I don't know how to make that Peely sound. These sounds, these electric door elevators. We don't normally talk about freight elevators, because we know freight elevators suck. They don't. They're kind of neat. You should see all the ones in New York City. Use Macy's Herald Square, for example. They may not have electric doors, but they do have some talents. We'll say that much. So, yeah. Okay, guys, so there was a lot that went on during the Dover War. Those births, and so much power during this time. When you see that freight elevator at the Party City Galleries to save their beloved Dover elevators, what if they're old, what if they're new, okay, you need to give it a simple thanks for what it did for our elevator country. It sprayed cold water on these bombs by these Dover elevators. And if it wouldn't have made that move, these Dover elevators wouldn't be living right now. Okay? Yes, you need to thank it. But you know what? Every elevator is special, no matter if we have been modded or not. So if you see something with PTL line, don't say, ew. If you see something with Innovation Bruiser, don't say, oh. You still need to remember that no elevator is perfect. Like us, people. Every elevator is special. Right? No matter what. If a mod or not. Okay, so what have we learned in this lesson? We learned about the Dover War in this lesson, right? Heroes and births and all this. And what was the main idea of this lesson? No? The Dover War, right? The event Dover War that went on from 1970, or excuse me, 1980 to 1999. Okay? All right. Okay, guys, so that's it for now. That's chapter 5. Oh, then tomorrow we'll be talking about the OR cars. Okay, that'll be lesson 6 for tomorrow. Okay, so now our we're going to start getting ready for the Ohio elevator test tomorrow. Okay, we're going to be doing pre-test, and we're going to take all of our chapters that we've done, chapters 1 to 5, and we're going to go over each of them tomorrow as we do lesson 6. Okay, we're going to get going for now. Okay, but really quick before I go, I'd like to show you guys something. You guys see my screen? All the elevators at East Ohio Regional Hospital. How many are there? Think about it. How many are there on this page that are being shown? There's no escalators, by the way. Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3. You can count along too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's just say there's 14. Yeah, there's 14. This one. Oh, this one's interesting. If it loads up. Oh. Sidewalk lift. Electric drum traction. The capacity is unknown. And the manufacturer is unknown. It serves 2 floors. And local ID is X. Date of inspection, 10/25/2000, and guess what? It passed. It was installed on the same day as 80 was installed, and they were brothers, but this one lived until 2000. Okay. Hey, Jonathan. What does it say up there?
Yeah.
What does it say up there where I highlighted that?
I have no clue.
It says status. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
What does it say up there? Right there. What's that word?
It said, I think it's too blind.
It says removed, okay? The status is removed. Okay, and if it says removed, is that elevator still there?
Nope, it's gonna be
No, it's been removed. And it was removed in 2000. That was 17 years ago. Kind of sad, but it was. The wing was either demolished or they just ripped it out. Well, let's see if we can find anything else on here that we know of, that we talked about. Oh, it's the North car. My favorite. Ooh, well, this is look good down here when it was inspected on 10/18/16. Test filling. The last field test and date tag did not coordinate. You have to confirm with your elevator service provider that the proper test form has been filled at the elevator inspection section office. Installed by Otis Elevator Company, 10/30/1964. Active. What does it mean if it's active? It's what? It's running, right? Right. It's a passenger elevator. Electric drum traction. So, Jonathan, it's electric drum traction, okay? Bottom drive traction, like most of them are, except for one's overhead. 4,000 pounds. Otis elevator. 75. 29 feet. 4 floors. This is North 10. Safety 12. What's a safety test? By the way. Well, a safety test is when they go to make sure the elevator is doing okay, right? Usually performed by an elevator technician. Otis does that. Well, if it's an Otis, then why would Schiller want to do it? Kone doesn't have anything there. Otis has everything, I believe. Central 9. Remember we talked about Central 9. Passenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Electric drum traction. Bottom drive traction. One time I went there, and the door was opened. The door was open to the machine room one time. It was like 4 years ago. And the machine room was open. I just peeked in really quick, and it's bottom drive. Because I heard the relays. And you know what else I heard, Jonathan? I heard that after it stopped. I heard that after it stopped. Elevators sound like, that's what they sound like when they stop. They sound like after they stop.
Exactly.
We're going to listen to the North car here in a little bit, okay? To its machine in a little bit. Let's see what else we have, shall we? East Ohio Regional Hospital, Ohio. This is the one that is this is the one that was in the war, the Otis War. Passenger, electric drum traction, and let me think here. I think it's bottom drive, but I'm not sure. 5,000 pounds. 100 is the speed of the car. 22 feet. 3 floors. 8. Yay! It passed inspection! Woo! All right, that's awesome. It's healthy then, ain't it? What's about this one? Ooh, this is my favorite one. Here's that that roaring one. Remember the roaring one we talked about on Monday? Or electric drum traction overhead. The only overhead, I believe. 5,000 pounds. Dover, Shepard Warner. Odd. 200. Speed of the car is 200. There you go. That's how it's a beast. It drops at 200. The speed is 200 miles per hour. Total travel is 20 feet. Yep, it passed inspection. Ooh, it's all by ThyssenKrupp elevator. 1/8/1959. All right, is there anything else we can see? Let's go to the end here. How about this one? What's this one? Uh-oh. Freight. Hydraulic direct. Excuse me, 2,000 pounds. So it's not really a freight elevator. But it is. Thyssen-Dover. Until the war became one. Dover War.
I think Thyssen-Dover. I think
50?
Dover ThyssenKrupp is Kruppy.
Well, yes. At least a 2. 2. Dock 5. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. 10, 17, 16. The pit shall be kept free of debris at all times, per ASME 8171. So it failed inspection. But it's still good, though. It's got all kinds of notes for elevators these days. How about this one? I think we're getting into the hydraulic section now. There's more hydraulics than traction, I will say that much. Long term. That's good. Let's see if we can look up something about Trinity East. Then I've got to hop off here after we look up Trinity East. Because you know what they say about me? I'm all busy all the time. At least I get a little bit of time to speak to you guys. Guys, which is going to be on March 24th, we are going to be having the elevator induction. And I'll explain more about that next week after we, probably a week before it happens, okay? Now listen, whether if you want to go or not, you have to attend it no matter what. It's a really important event. We're all going to it. Even the elevators in East Ohio Regional Hospital are going. Because one of them are going to be inducted, probably, for Elevator of the Year of Hospitals in Ohio. So Opie's saying, UPMC Presbyterian is going to be picked. Nope. Nope and nope. Where I was born. Let's see if we can find one of the high-rise elevators, shall we? 11. This is electric drum traction. Electric drum traction, overhead, geared cars. 4,000 or 5,000 pounds, smaller than the passenger. We talked about this. Ooh, it's 350 is the speed of the car. 99, it travels at 99 feet. And for 11 floors, it's 350 is the speed of it. Wow. Talk about a speed. It's fast. I wouldn't want to ride on the car top of that elevator if I worked on that elevator. It's really fast. It's blazing fast. I don't know about the other one that goes down to the tunnel. This is 2 service. Ooh. Firefighter service shall function properly, conforming to the rules under which the elevator was installed. Uh-oh. It doesn't have fire service on it. That's not good. Might have to have fire service added to it one day. What else is there, Jonathan? On here. No, it wasn't installed in 1970. It was installed in 1965. They're wrong. There's sometimes wrong with it when they were installed. These ones were installed in 1965. All these 6 cars. On 5/15 of 2007, which was about 10 years ago, they didn't do a mod. I repeat, they didn't do a mod. They installed a Jonas Microlite door protection system. What I think they replaced the bumper on it and put on a door sensor. And don't be saying, oh no, they put on a door sensor, they should have modernized it. They didn't. They put on a Jonas Microlite door protection system. That was an alternation repair. Okay, guys, so I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm so glad we got to finish this up, and I'm glad I got to teach you guys a little bit about Ohio's elevator records and how you can research elevators in Ohio. So thanks again for joining me tonight, guys. And I'll see you all later for Chapter 5, Lesson 6, and for pre-testing tomorrow. Now listen, pre-testing tomorrow. What we're doing tomorrow is Chapter 1, okay? So, You come ready for chapter 1 tomorrow. Then on Saturday we'll do chapter 2. Sunday we'll do chapter 3. If we do chapter 3 on Sunday, what will we do on Monday? Anyone?
Be sure to tell my life and subscribe.
No, Jonathan. If we're doing chapter 3 on Sunday, what are we doing Monday? Whenever comes after 3.
Yeah.
4 comes after 3. That means Tuesday we'll do chapter 5. This one right here. And then Wednesday, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, guys. So thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you all later. Now, Jonathan.
And be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to Elevate Channel by John Elevate.
Okay. I'll see you guys.